it's kind of odd because what you're trying to hear is actually you and I talking.
I can't really hear that.
Well, we can't really hear that because we got the background music.
ABBA?
Yeah.
Is this ABBA?
I don't know what it is.
No, who is this?
It's
Is it the Bee Gees?
It must be the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees.
Well,
the
Karen, who the fuck is this?
I don't know if we can actually play this without actually having to pay money because the music's being played. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not too sure on this situation.
You're probably not too sure. I'm not too sure either. But, by the way, this is Mishigas, motherfuckers. We're up in Boston. We're on the world tour. We're on the world tour right now. We're going on the world tour.
I'm on the world tour with Muhammad, my man.
Yeah, this is my boy. This is my boy up here in Boston. And we're just chilling out.
Oh, look at Craig coming up the stairs.
Yo, Craig's coming up the stairs. Yo. This is my boy Kevin, and we got our boy Craig. I might have to actually get on my phone. I might have to do something different because I don't have any more mics.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Should we get another mic?
I'm micless.
We can get another mic and do it on fucking Amazon Prime.
I could do the mic
Oh, is
on
that
there.
a fucking?
Yeah.
No, that's a plug. I don't want to plug no Amazon shit
Yeah,
because
fuck
they're
Amazon.
anti-union.
Yeah, they're anti-union. Those
Fuck Amazon.
cock-sucking motherfuckers. Yo,
That's not
we're
bad.
up here
No,
on a
he can say that
podcast.
stuff. It's a podcast. He can swear like that.
Yeah, I
Karen.
can swear that.
Yeah, no, he can.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
necessary. I don't understand what he was saying unless he swears like that.
Oh my goodness, Democrats are coming down. Democrats are coming down on us.
You don't need to put that word in every other word.
Wait, I'm a Democrat.
Don't start talking about politics.
No, I don't talk politics when I'm drinking.
Here's the thing.
Hold on, Craig.
Here's
Hold on.
This is Craig. I don't talk like those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Craig doesn't talk. He doesn't. He's
unfortunately, I don't talk like those guys. I am one miserable motherfucker.
Oh, you are correct. You are.
Yeah.
All right, sit down, brother. Let's.
I'm mean and I suck. Yeah.
So where did you get your potty mouth from? Apparently, where my wife is like, what the hell is going on here?
I grew up in Holliston, Massachusetts, the most innocent little town. Nobody says shit. They're all scared to swear.
All right. I grew up in Skunk City. Skunk City's like a fucking soup salmon. I don't know if. Actually, I'm trying to actually have a good podcast there because Craig, my buddy Craig is one of the most awesome guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, the guy, he's done a lot with his life. He's extremely successful in my book. He's not a billionaire, not a millionaire, but he's just a great guy who has given his family a good life, in my opinion. But I met him down in Aruba, and we just enjoy hanging out with each other. But there he is. Craig, say what you want.
Yeah, honestly, I grew up in Jamaica Plain in Boston, Massachusetts. Right now, it's a different area from when I grew up, but
Craig, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but Craig had some great stories about growing up as a kid. Kind of like I do, but Craig is actually more legit because he's Boston more legit. Tell us some of the. I mean, you had some great stories about actually one of my favorite is your mom taking you to school. When you were what were you, infant?
Yeah, 6, 7 years old. Like I said, I grew up in Jamaica Plain in Massachusetts, and I mean, back then it was whatever. It was just the area. Today it's whole totally different area. But my mom used to bring me up to school, and we grew up on a dead-end street and in a three-family house. And my mother would bring me up to school and put me in, you got to go to school, this and that. Well, by the time my mother got back to the house after she thought she dropped me off, I was already in the backyard playing with my trucks.
Yeah, so
in the backyard. Because
so Craig, not to interrupt you, but what would happen is mom would, you typical white mothers, they would like walk up with their hands in the kids. So that's what happened with Craig. His mom would like walk him up to the school, but by the time she got home, Craig was already in the backyard playing, and I didn't want to interrupt him too much, but go on because he's got.
When you think of it, I was only 6 or 7 years old, but it just I don't know. That's the way it was back then. It's just kind of weird, but I was never a student my whole life, all the way through high school. I was never a student.
But But you also.
But I made it.
You made it big time. In my opinion,
yeah.
I think you made it awesome.
I did made it. I've been very successful. I've had 2 or 3 businesses, and I'm not a slouch. I'm not a slouch. I live very well. We travel very well, but
But the thing is like Craig used to own a store. Actually, at what, the age of 20, 21?
Yeah.
And 21. How many people? I mean, I know. Even up on the West Side, Skunk City, or whatever. I don't know anybody 2021 that owned a store that was successful. Craig did, but it was in Boston. Maybe it would have been different. But I'm from Syracuse. He's from Boston. Maybe it would have been different. But Craig's got some great stories where he used to like fuck with the patrons.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of those. There's plenty of those stories. I don't even know where to start, but yeah.
Start wherever you want, Craig.
I opened the store in 1976, and I was like 21 years old, and I had no idea. I was scared, but we became very successful in the first year and the next year, and we just proceeded on from there. But me and my best friend, we just never grew up. So we just constantly tormented people.
I don't think any guys grow up, do they? Or
well, no, I don't know.
And
yeah.
just to let you know, there's only like 6 people listening, because
No, that's okay. But we didn't torment people, but we made fun of people.
Well, yeah, like everybody did. Well, at that time.
Yeah.
But Craig's got Craig.
We did some really silly, stupid shit sometimes with squirt guns and spray bottles.
Did you do something?
Spray paint.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you do something where you were like hiding under the counter?
Yeah, with the lollipops. Yeah.
All right. What do we got? Can we?
Under our checkout counter, we had a area where we had sliding doors, which people didn't know, but actually, it wasn't even me. I was at the register, and my buddy was underneath. And we were just sick, crazy kids. We were just nuts. And my buddy, he would open the door up when I'd give him the cue to, like, hey, here comes a couple little kids, get the lollipops. So he would slide the door open just enough and stick his hand out with a lollipop. And as soon as the kid would come, he'd close the door and pull the lollipop back.
Right.
So it went back and forth, and it was like, it doesn't sound, but you have to picture it.
What's that?
That he would literally do that like 2 or 3 times, and the kids would run back and say, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, I need, there's a lollipop in there, a lollipop."
All right.
So they, he'd put the lollipop back out, and the mother would come up, and the mother would be like, well, and then it would go away. Then he would, all of a sudden, he would open the door and say, "Boo!" And the mother would fall right on her ass and go fall over backwards.
That's funny as fuck.
And it was like you had to be there to just visualize what that was like. It was the funniest shit. It was
Right,
like,
but like I can say it's funny as fuck, and the wife, we'll say her name is X, doesn't think I'm funny at all. Right?
well,
But
I mean, we did some crazy shit.
But what else? I mean, just out of, because I told you, you and I have discussed where we grew up and what we did, and I talked about growing up in Skunk City, and I'm trying to put Skunk City on the map. Sorry, motherfuckers, but I'm trying to put Skunk City on the map. And everybody was laughing when I said that, but it wasn't a great neighborhood. But it made me who I am, and I'm not gonna be angry with them. I'm kind of angry, but and Craig, you gotta feel how do you feel about where you grew up? Because you got some other great stories.
Well, actually, where I grew up was, it was extremely safe. And if anybody doesn't know the city of Boston, it was it's totally different.
But can I ask you a question about you guys growing up different religions and stuff, and how
Well, actually, if you want to get into that, I was actually brought up that Protestants and Catholics did not get along. It was a segregated area.
But that was just the way that you were brought up.
Yeah, and I am Protestant, so the Protestant Catholics, you weren't, according to my dad and whatever, you were not allowed to associate with them, and it wasn't strictly enforced, but it was it was known that you weren't, you weren't supposed to go there, do that.
And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but that's kind of the way I grew up too. I grew up in what they call, I said 1,000 times, Skunk City, but it was the near West Side, I think they called it. But I went to school with people that came from the North Side. North Side was Italian, and the people that were there would speak Italian, and then the West Side, the true West Side, was sort of Polish. But I understand where where Craig said about the Protestants and Catholics. So, but he's got great stories, just even in general about building shit. It may not come out tonight, but this motherfucker's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing, the religion thing was a tough thing for me because I never really understood it because I was young until I got older. And now my wife today, after 43 years, we had to get married by, two different priests. It was I was Protestant, she was Catholic.
Oh shit! So you guys had a...
Yeah, I guess I was being a stubborn prick that wasn't going to change. But.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but that in itself about how just the fact that you and Marie or your wife had to get married by two different priests. That in itself is almost like a whole podcast because if you actually, to describe that, correct me if I'm wrong, but.
It's just, it's sad because the way things are today, it's so different.
Right, and one of the reasons why I got Craig on here is I want to hear some old stories from him you know, just from his neighborhood. Because, like, old stories from my neighborhood, I'm going to tell you coming up. And they're not fun. They're not funny. They did fuck me up. But that's just my own, you know, that's just my own shit that I'm dealing with. But, like, Craig's got stories that are just about anything. And actually, one of the things is I met this guy by chance. One of the reasons why I met him is because I was like a deer on the ice in front of an elevator, and I could not stand up because I was so drunk. But you know, that happens. That happens to like me, probably more often than it should. But it just happens. You know what I'm saying? So, but then I was talking to Craig. I was out in the water, you know, and I actually told him the story. Craig, if you want to jump in here, you can. But I mean, I just like was like, hey, you guys are the only ones that drink in the water besides fucking Fat Mark.
Well, yeah, you know, that's the absolute truth, because I was in the water with a buddy of mine, and we had been going to Aruba for, you know, quite a few years, and a lot of people don't drink in the water for some reason. I don't know why, but that's our nature. We drink in the water, you know what I mean? And we just happened to be in the water this day, and me and John were talking and going back and forth, and you know, looking around, you know, and not that I didn't know his name, but Mark at now, he happened to be, hey, what's going on, you know, and his wife was on the other side, and
avoiding me. She was like trying to get away from me. I think there was a wave going on, and she was like trying to get down the beach.
Yeah, I mean, he had this big fucking like big old Tito's cup or whatever it was, and you know, we're talking and just back and forth, and it's like and of course nobody knows me, but I'm not a bullshitter. I can back any fucking thing I say.
He can.
But he comes over and he starts talking. He goes, hey, you know, I don't see anybody ever drinking in the water around here, and it's like, oh fuck, we do it every day. And excuse my English, but I don't. I speak my mind, and I swear a lot.
And you don't have to. You don't have to worry about swearing, because we can fucking say this because it's a fucking internet. As my fucking wife is watching me going, but we can swear. It's the internet.
Anyway, you know, Mark comes over and he's talking to me. Blah blah blah. We start talking about this, you know, drinking in the water and having a good time, and he starts telling me the story about. We were staying at the same hotel or timeshare, whatever you want to call it, and he happened to say to me, he says, oh yeah, he said, last night or something like that outside the elevator, I was walking the elevator or something, and I fell down and busted my ass.
Oh, not to interrupt your story, Craig, but that was I mean, all this is true so far, but it was what we call travel day. So you can drink a lot, you can do a lot on travel day. So go ahead, Craig. Sorry.
Yeah, well, travel day or not, but it doesn't really matter. But we, you know, he's going on. He's telling me, you know, how he fell down and busted his ass, and he goes, shit, you know. So now today he says, now I got to catch up. I got to make up for it tonight because I got to go bust the other side of my ass, you know. He said, because, you know, fuck, I gotta make it even. So
I'm gonna interrupt you again, Craig, because some of that shit I don't remember because I was drunk again, because it was all inclusive. But go ahead, Craig.
But he took a break.
You guys need to do a plug.
We don't need to do a commercial break. We got Kevin coming on.
He went to get a drink or something like that, and I was in the water, like I said, with my buddy John, and I said to John, I said, you know what? This guy's a fucking keeper. I said, this guy's going to tell me how he fell down at the fucking elevator in the hotel and busted his fucking ass.
And needed help by like a couple people to get me up.
So people helped him. And it's like, you know what? This guy's a fucking keeper, because guys, truthfully, guys don't say that kind of shit. You know, they're like, oh yeah, you know, they'll never admit that they fell down or fucking
fuck
drunk
that.
or something. So I said to John, I said, you know what, this guy's a fucking keeper. So he came back in the water, and here we are today, like I don't know, 5 or 6 years later.
6 years.
We're like fucking best friends now. You
We
know?
can hear you a little bit.
And it's like,
6
'cause
years.
We got background noise from the people, but actually Craig is 100% right. 6 years later,
And we still keep you around.
and no, but we get together at minimum what 3 times a year.
yeah, 3 or 4 times a year we get together. You know, I mean, he's in Syracuse, I'm in Massachusetts. It's a 6-hour ride, but you know, we visited his place. He comes to my place. We have a lot of shit going on here because we're a Saratoga thing
Yeah.
that we got going on. and,
Because actually,
you know.
Saratoga is almost halfway in between. Exactly.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but I mean, you know, and then actually, what happened was that day that we had met, some things happened with his wife in the water, and my wife got involved, and you know, it was all alcohol induced, but nothing wrong with it. But anyway,
It's all
my wife had gotten involved, and next thing we revolved, and you know, here we are, like fucking best friends, and.
Oh,
You know,
I'm
he-
telling you right now, there's
Mark and Ken-
not a greater
Mark
guy
and
in
his
the world.
wife are like the best, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The one nice thing is we can sit here and bullshit.
You gotta say.
Oh wait a minute. We got Kevin here. Hang on.
You have to say Mark and wife X. I think that's what you were calling her, right? Wife X?
No, I don't know where that came from. Cuckoo nut.
yeah.
I'm not
that's
even.
a-
I'm not
that's a
even
first
getting
on my
involved in
behalf.
your crazy game.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we can't say that.
No.
That's I'll bleep that out when the time comes. But I don't know. You're gonna have a lot of different volume issues going on because we got like we're just talking. I got my mic. I got my mic in my face. I didn't have it in my face. We got a lot of stuff going on. But Craig has got some of the best stories. Oh shit! Sorry, my bad. You're gonna hear some like crazy shit. Here you go. Craig has got some of the best stories I've ever heard in my life. Just just about like when he was a kid and just stuff that he used to do. And I'm trying to call him out, but the thing that's happening is like I think he's like looking at me like, oh my god, now I got to come up with a story, and it's not about that. You know, like right now we're just bullshitting. Well, obviously drinking. I've had a lot of drink, and I mean, Craig, you can speak in at any time. If you come up with anything, or you can give that. You
we
can give
did
it to
some
Kevin.
crazy shit. You know, I mean, when I had my store in Brighton.
Because I'm calling you the Boston Connection, motherfucker.
I mean, I'm born and bred in the city, so it's a kind of hardcore city. That's why my language is the way it is. But I can never forget one day that we had the fruit store. We were very busy and very successful, and it was busy as fuck. And I don't know what was in my mind. I was just fucked up. But we always had squirt bottles, water with, bottles with water in it, squirt bottles. And we used to have an exhaust vent up on the side that we used to vent the store out. And there was an old woman. You got to take it.
Was she like
you got to understand me. I was
Was
21.
she like a hot Asian old woman?
No. White.
Didn't have-
white American Irish woman probably. I was, here I am, me and Billy,
Okay.
my buddy. We were like 21, 22 years old, and
Motherfucker is goddamn batteries again. Oh, sorry, my wife's sitting next to me. I ain't allowed to say mother. But I can say. But anyways, Craig was talking about a song, telling me a story, and I think we both forgot about what it was about. And
Well, no, it was the woman with the squirt bottle.
Okay, here he goes. He's gonna go
so-
go back with the squirt bottle.
We used to go. I mean, it used to happen more than once, but this particular time, I'd up and gone outside and had a small stepladder. I used to stand up in the window, and like I said, I had a demented mind. And, it might have been a quiet time at the store, and we just, when we got bored,
I'm a big churchgoer, so
we had to look to find things to fuck people up. It's just the way we were. It's the way we were brought up. I don't know what it was, but we always looked to try to fuck with somebody somehow. So anyway, I go out. It's a nice sunny day. Everything is beautiful. The store's a little quiet, and I got out of the window, and there's an older, elderly woman at the register, and Billy's waiting on her. And he goes, no, no, no. And it's like, fuck you. And I start squirting the bottle. I mean, we had squirt bottles that would go like 20 feet. And squirting.
So
And
you you often squirt an Asian lady? At the time.
What?
You squirted an Asian lady. You just squirt her?
Oh, she wasn't Asian.
Oh, she wasn't?
No.
Okay.
She wasn't Asian. No. It was
It was just a lady. Just
a white Irish woman or whatever. Just, I mean, God forbid. She was an older, elderly woman right now.
I love that when you squirt an elderly lady.
We squirted, and she literally went in her pocketbook while she was paying for her groceries at the store with Billy, and she pulls out a fucking rain bonnet that.
Oh my God!
If anybody can remember, the little plastic rain bonnet when it started to rain.
My grandmother
they put it
had
on
those,
and they tied it around their neck. And it's like,
Craig, I'm not trying to interrupt you. I know exactly what you're talking about. My grandmother had them. It was like in a little packet, and as soon as
it was like an emergency thing.
And it wasn't even like a real rain. It was almost like a sprinkle. They had to put that shit on.
And I just continued to fucking drill this woman in the head with the fucking rain bonnet on. And my buddy, which is my buddy Billy, is behind the register, and he's waving his hands like, no. This woman literally said, son, you should tell the owner, or you guys, you should fix the leak in this roof. The roof is leaking very bad. And meanwhile, totally sunny out, beautiful day.
So you're squirting her, and she thinks the leak is coming from the roof.
She thought the roof was leaking.
That's hilarious.
And it was like, I know it's hard to understand me saying this, but it was the funniest shit. If you could ever just visualize it, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah,
I understand that.
So,
I think because it's like you're like a serious dude, or not. At the time, you're like a serious business owner, and all this shit's going on.
We had a very busy store. It was like not a joke. We were very busy. We found a few minutes during the day that we fucked around doing this, which was very unusual, but we had to get it in.
Right.
And here's another one that's whether some people will find it funny or not, but
we can always edit it out.
It depended how busy we were on the morning, and we used to go in the market. I mean, I didn't even sleep. We used to go in the market. I used to be in the market at 3:30 in the morning. My buddy Billy would pick up the truck at the store. We'd drive in town. I'd give him the slips to pick up the stuff. And sometimes, if it wasn't real busy, me and him would hook up in the truck, and we both would go. And then we get back to the store. We're loaded up real early. It's like, 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock. We didn't open till 8 o'clock. So it'd be like, hey, let's go for a ride. So where you want to go? I said, I don't know. Get some eggs. We used to sell eggs. So we'd take like 3 or 4 dozen eggs with us.
Oh, jeez.
and we would go out
But I wonder.
begging people in the morning on their way to work while they were waiting for the tea, waiting for the bus, the trolley. We had our own areas.
And all
Oh,
these
it
people,
was-
and all these people
Oh,
wanted to buy shit from you till it just go back. That's funny.
yeah. I mean, and people would be getting in their cars, and we would nail them with an egg or something like that. And if anybody realizes, get an egg on you, on your clothes and stuff like that, it's the worst.
Even if you,
It's
well,
the worst. Even on your car,
yeah,
it's
if
the
you
worst.
get it on your car, you're fucked up. And that's,
Sometimes we do it once a week, sometimes twice, maybe sometimes not once a month, but whenever we got the opportunity, it was like, let's go, let's
Right.
go. It was like a mission
Yeah.
to go do that. And it was bad. We fucked up a lot of people, and we could watch, because I was so good at throwing the eggs. We could be like, 4 or 5 car lengths ahead of us and see the people on the left waiting for the tee. I could see it hit in their response. It was hilarious.
nice.
It was
Nice.
amazing.
Well,
So, I mean, and I know whenever you want to listen or you don't listen, but I don't, these stories are 100% truth.
well, actually, I always, I mean, it's not that I don't believe anything Craig has ever said, but, and I actually know what Craig's talking about is the truth. And I'm not worried about that. I just listen to what he has to talk about because, he's in my opinion, he's a wise man. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say around him, and he just thinks is, I mean, not thinks that what I says is funny, but like I can swear, and it's not like, oh, you shouldn't say that. That's why I love Boston people.
I'm not offended by anything. You
But
can
this
say
guy
whatever you
right
want.
here actually has great stories. Like, what about horse racing?
Horse racing?
Actually, Craig, can I ask you this one opinion? Should they allow pregnant horses to run? Or do they not allow them to run because they're faster? Because they're actually now 2 horsepower.
When you go the other way,
I've never heard that before in my mouth. In my life. That's coming out of this fucking asshole Mark's mouth. He's just a fucking sick fuck. He's just, even this, I don't know, whatever, but he's one sick motherfucker. He's crazy. Crazy.
See, that's why I love it.
That's why he's in our group, our little family that we have with 20 people that go to Aruba every year together. Because he's sick.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, Craig, okay, because every time I come and see you guys, I get excited. I'm like a fucking kid in the candy store, so I'm like so excited. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at home, Like I'm sitting there just shooting anything, wherever. So I didn't put any underwear in my bag. Can I borrow a couple pair of underwear? Actually, make it a few pair of underwear because I might shit one of those days of yours. I mean, I may make the waist a little bigger. I'm not gonna make the sack any bigger, but I might make. But do you mind if I borrow your underwear?
I could give a fuck. You can borrow anything I got. Get anything I got. They probably, no, I don't know. You're doing pretty good now. They might be close to fitting. So you fuck them up, throw them in the fucking trash barrel. I can't believe you would even fucking ask a question like that. But that's a sick motherfucker that I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? So that's the deal I got. So.
I'm not going to deny what the guy's saying. I'm not going to argue with him because I think you're pretty much 100% right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Well, they went through Ashland. Yeah.
I do speak the 100% truth. I don't.
Oh my God.
fucking stories are not,
like
not bullshit.
I'm gonna have to like hold a hidden microphone because the stories we had earlier in the day were fucking awesome, and he's just unbelievable. He's a wealth of knowledge. I actually want to get him, just like all seriousness about like how he grew up, his neighborhood, his family, and I don't even have to publish it. I can actually put it to the side and give it to his family. But like somebody needs to hear his history because his history is very actually not. It's just very entertaining. I mean, it's like, oh my god, I can't even Craig, am I right or wrong? Your history is very awesome.
Yeah, well, I just before we get too carried away from the egging situation, me and my buddy were out this one particular morning, and we're on Beacon Street in Brookline, and we were nailing people left and right. We were fucking,
What do you mean now?
Well, we were hitting them with eggs. I mean, we were hitting them with eggs like we couldn't miss. So we pulled up to a red light, and
So you're in a car doing this shit?
oh yeah, we're driving. Yeah, we're in one of our own personal vehicles.
All right.
So
We're also talking 50 years ago.
yeah. So we're at a set of lights, and I said to my buddy, I says, Billy, look at that fucking car. It's for sale. He said, yeah. I said, put the window down. Ask the guy, how much for the car? Now, I'm not being prejudiced or anything like that, but it was a Jewish guy.
A Jewish guy.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. We got the family leaving.
I'm going
We
to
got-
Terry Covens.
What?
I'm going to spend the night at Terry Covens.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. Whatever you're doing. I'm not arguing with you.
I'm going downstairs.
We're going home. See you in the morning.
Okay.
You going with her?
Downstairs.
Oh, you're going downstairs. All right.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, love you too.
Behave on that. Don't stay up till. Don't keep him up.
No,
till
Are you
morning.
gonna put this on so I
no.
can listen to it tomorrow or Sunday morning?
No. I actually have to listen to it when I'm sober. So I can,
I heard you were going to...
Okay.
I want to get out of here.
Huh?
Don't come
This
over.
is it.
No, but don't. Come
Oh, no. Yeah.
What?
All right.
What time are we supposed to come over?
over like I don't know. You guys are gonna grab ice, so like.
And I'll probably be at my eye doctor's, and we can all pile on the.
No, but then we gotta go back for noon to get the food.
Karen and I get up at 4 in the morning.
Ice at the same time.
Does anybody know Karen and I get up at 4 in the morning?
No,
We'll
now
make-
we made
we'll
the
make it
dip,
work.
so what the hell are we going to do in the morning?
Oh my fault.
We'll make it work.
Love you.
Is the dip in the fridge?
Downstairs. Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you.
See you guys
Bye.
later.
See you, Kevin.
All right. We just had a side conversation
Good night, Karen. Love you, Tara.
with the family.
Bye.
They're great. Well, there's going to be another podcast. There's going to be a Kentucky Derby podcast tomorrow.
Well, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to get through some stories with Craig.
So anyway, we get back to the driving around that morning, and we're at a set of lights, and I said to Billy, "Look at that guy there. Look at that bastard there. The fucking car's for sale." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, the fucking for sale sign in the window. Open the window. See how much. What's he want for the car?" I don't even know what it was. A fucking Dodge Rambler. It was a fucking long time ago. So I don't even think they make them anymore. But Billy's like, hey. You know, he's one of those Orthodox Jews with the fucking thing, all the shit.
Orthodox?
Oh, he guy. So he goes, how much for the car? It's like, oh yeah, I don't know what he wanted for the car, $650 or something like that. So I said, Billy, tell him, pull over. Can we test drive it? He's like,
Oh, jeez.
oh, yeah. Let us test drive it. So the guy, we pull it over, and we're in Brookline, and Brookline's like a real nice area. And I said, okay.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Who's gonna drive first? And he goes, the fuck you drive? You want to buy the car? He says, yeah, I want to buy the fucking car, all right. So we get the guy's like, oh, this and that. And, look, you get in the back seat. How much for the car? We're in the car. We're looking around. It's like, oh, this is a real shit box. And can we take it for a test drive? He goes, yeah. Take it down around the block to a test drive. Whoa. I'll tell you, we took her for a test drive. So, meanwhile, you got to understand, we're only in our early 20s, so we're young kids.
So you don't know any better.
So, no, I mean, we're young kids, and we knew what we were doing.
Actually, at the time, you knew better.
We were just looking to fuck with the guy. So we take the car, we drive it down the street. I got the thing going about fucking 90 miles an hour down a fucking 30-mile-an-hour zone. And the guy's like, no. So Billy says, how's the brakes? I jammed the brakes on. The guy hit the fucking back seat. He slammed up against the back seat. He's like, oh, no. You guys, you gotta take it. You can't do that. You go all this stuff. It's like, guy, don't worry. We're just testing it out. So Billy's like, make a U-turn. I made the U-turn. The guy fucking slammed against the fucking rear door. Like, I thought he was gonna go through the window. So this was just, this is something that you had to visualize, but the funniest fucking thing. So Billy's like, oh, pull over. Let me drive. Look, can I try it? He said, because maybe I might buy it if you don't like the brakes and this, or you don't like this.
Right.
Maybe. We said to the guy, can he drive it? Maybe he might be interested. I don't know. So Billy gets in the fucking car. Oh my fucking word. We gave the guy, like, he must have been like he was in a rodeo. We found everything we could fuck up to drive over and drive through. Fucking jammed the brakes on. We put it in reverse while it was going. The guy's like, no. And the guy's bouncing around like a fucking thimble in the back seat. Fucking back and forth. And it's like, Billy, I was actually exhausted from laughing. My jaw hurt. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
So we found our car. We went back. We turned around and went back, and the guy says, "Oh, what do you guys think about the car?" Well, you know what? We'll just take we got the number, and we'll give you a call. Maybe later on this afternoon, we'll give you a call back and see what we think. The brakes, it's not too bad, but we'll call you back. The fucking guy literally thought that we were going to buy that fucking car. That's the way it was. It was crazy shit. Fucked up.
Yeah, but it's funny. The shit that you tell me about is just hilarious. And you know what? You're not going to get all this today.
No, that situation there, oh my God. You had to be there to visualize and picture that situation.
And appreciate it, yeah.
And appreciate that situation. It's like crazy shit. Because people...
But what I'm saying is...
If you ever saw the expressions on the guy's face, and him bouncing around the back seat, rolling around, it's like, oh
my God,
man.
that had to be hilarious. Like...
Funny as shit. I'm not kidding you. It's funny. But...
All right. It was funny. And... actually, I'm trying to figure out how long we've been doing this shit, Craig.
What?
Oh, fuck. Oh, there's my glasses. Let me see what we got. Because we have a second. No, but actually, I don't even know. But Craig's got the best stories, and I don't want to, because we've both been drinking, and Craig's stories get better when he's drinking. So I don't want to not have Craig tell me one of his good stories. He's looking at me like he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you, Craig?
Yeah,
Well, actually, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but here's the thing. Craig and I have great stories just sitting on the beach in Aruba by ourselves, doing stupid shit, and not even including Craig's friggin' last 60 years of stories from growing up.
Oh yeah. There's a lot. We gotta, if we sit down and do the right thing, we can.
Actually, just we could do like a couple hours of Aruba stories, like
Oh shit.
like Craig gets up at what do you get up at 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you actually do you get up at 4 in the morning just because you have to get ready? Like I don't know if it's anymore, but like at the time you had to get ready to go to work.
When I was working, yeah.
When you were working,
Yeah.
And is that, do you get up that early because of traffic?
No, I had to be to work at like 5 or 6 in the morning. So.
Oh, so it's 5 or 6, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah, because like I got to be to work at 7. I go at like 6:30, but I'm in an area where there's like, and I'm not even joking. I'm talking like 2 or 3 minutes. If I'm not making it to my house 2 or 3 minutes to the time I normally, then it was a heavy traffic day.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No. When I was working, it was always at least 40, 45, 50 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
So, there was a little ride in the morning.
And like I'm not. How can I say this? So, all right, I'm not judging you guys or anything like that. But let's say you make $30 an hour, but you got to drive an hour to get to that $30 an hour job, and then you work. And this isn't political. I'm just like fucking saying this like in general. So you work your time, you get all that in, and then you pay taxes on all that bullshit. And it's just easier staying home with all the shit that's going on. And okay, it's kind of political.
Today it is.
It's kind of political. I didn't mean it to be political, but okay. But okay, I mean I know a lot of people, and we'll stop it at this. But Craig's still got great stories. Let's see. Oh my God, Craig, what about the story when we went sailing? And was it 2 years ago? Toilet broke, and I'm like, oh my God. All right.
Yeah, I didn't witness the toilet, but I heard.
Okay, at the time I was almost 300 pounds, and I went and took a shit, or I had a potty incident going on in a sailboat. I get down in the sailboat. Oh, in the meantime, let's take a lot of steps back. In the meantime, we paid money to be on this sailboat. Did we not?
Excuse me. Oh yeah, yeah.
So we paid money to be on this sailboat. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I had a bellyache. Oh my God, it was like fucking a grumbly, tumbly. A lot of shit was happening. On that. So anyways, I go down into where the toilet is, and sorry, I shit my brains out. I fucking shit. I don't know what the hell was coming out of me. It could have been nuts, could have been berries, whatever the hell was coming out of me. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, all right, oh my God, I feel better. So I go to flush the toilet. Fucking nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. And I had a squat. Meanwhile, I think I told you I was like 200 or almost 300 pounds at the time. But I had to squat down into this thing. So, anyways, nothing happens. I flush the toilet, nothing happens. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's even more going on. That was like the year before, but there's more going on. There's no toilet paper. I go up and talk to the guys, and this is documented. I go up and talk to these guys. I'm like, listen, there's no toilet paper. There's no nothing. Can you hook a brother up? And they're like, oh, no, sir. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. What do I do? So we finally get, I go back down there. I run out. And this isn't, this is all like in a freaking 5-minute period. And those guys would not even give me anything for toilet paper. And I go out and all I did was like, they're like, oh, leave everything alone. We won't even bother. So I stand up, I get out, I had to go upstairs and get out on the deck. And my wife, who's been standing there for I don't know how many minutes, goes, what the hell's going on? And I start yelling at her, get out of my way. And I jump in the water just to wash my ass. So I jump in the water, I'm scrubbing my ass, then I get out and I talk to her about the whole situation. So I don't know where I was going with this conversation, but it was pretty funny at the time. Right, Craig?
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah. So, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
But Craig Craig's the one that actually brought up the, what was it? The going on this tour.
Oh, Sunset Cruise.
Yeah, I'm not blaming the whole shit incident on you. That's my own. That's on me.
Yeah.
Because I had a bellyache. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah,
a lot of shit happened.
It could happen to anybody.
It was disgusting.
They should have working facilities, but.
Oh my God. All I know is anybody that went down there after I came out, God
They
bless
were in
you.
trouble.
Yeah, God bless you. Assalamu alaikum, motherfuckers. Right? So, what do we? Let's see how much time we got going on here. Oh, this is like a second. This is a second podcast for us. We can stop at any time. Actually, I don't know. We can stop now because.
Yeah, because I got to piss.